Thank you, everybody, for being here for this amazing moment. First of the series of the McQueen Reverb, a new format happening in the store, in the flagship store of McQueen. 4 events curated by the great Sean McGuire, creative director of the brand. And so we have the opportunity to have London-based artists, musicians that are going to come to the shop, explain what they like, their musical path, their musical trajectory in general, what made them what they are now. It's going to be 4 artists throughout the month of July. Italia first, that are here tonight. A.G. Cook, next week John Glacier and Niloufer Nania. They are amazing, and I'm super happy that we have all of them during these 2 weeks. I think I first met Nina in 2021. You were doing a residency at the Bourse de Commerce, the museum where I'm curator for music. And then I met the rest of the band very quickly after, like 1 year after. We all met for your first Paris show, maybe, which was pretty great. And we met after another McQueen show happening in September in Paris. We had lunch together, and we decided to work together again. And we had this crazy artist from London. You had the chance to come and play again in Paris, but you decided to bring new talents from London to play in Paris, which was very generous. And so we are very happy tonight to know more about what you like in music. And I would be happy to start with some first very basic question. You can answer to them whenever you want. It could be the 3 of you at the same time, but it's going to be a mess. Or one of you. And you can decide either to answer me or to play your record, because you came with your record. Italia is a very strange band. I'm sure you know of them. Their music is very hard to pin down. It's between like rock, post-punk, and a lot of different energies. It's hard to catch. And tonight we are going to try to discover a bit more of this. So I would ask as a first question for who wants to, what is your first musical memory? The first time you listened to music and you were like, this is going to be my life.
Feel Good Inc. No worries. Feel Good Inc. I remember my sister coming home with the single, the Gorilla single, and I cried, and I'd never even heard the song. I just knew it was a thing. And I cried so much, and my sister was like, you haven't even heard it? And so I don't need to. I did obviously listen to it 7 times in a row immediately afterwards. But that was the first time I remember thinking the music is the best.
Wait, so you cried before you listened to it?
I cried because I heard people talking about it, and I knew it was a phenomenon. And I grew up in the countryside, so like if there's a phenomenon on the TV and like on the radio, someone comes into my house with the thing, you're like, whoa. Like my sister had come back from university with Feel Good Inc. and I was like, whoa, this is a thing. This is like the real object everyone's talking about. And I was like, wow, this is immediately made fun of by my band members.
No, I was just curious.
This is going to be tough. Sam, Nina, any musical memory?
I
know you want to play something.
No, I just can't remember a single moment where I was like, this is it. So no.
Okay, then first London moment. Did you grow up in London?
Pretty much.
When did you arrive in London?
Oh, well, when I was born.
Okay, nice. You too, Nina? No, you were born in Italy.
No, I was born in Italy, but I moved. I don't know if I need a mic. I came here in... What?
You gotta turn it on.
Oh, sorry. I came in 2007, so like quite early on. But I think it's quite hard to pin down one moment of music because it's been part of my life since I was very little. Like the first thing that came to mind was Chopin because my mum used to play it to put me to sleep, and then like it's been kind of part of my life since then. My mum works in theatre, so I guess classical was probably the first thing that happened. And then similarly to Jasmine in the sense that I wasn't brought up in the countryside but in a very provincial place, like MTV and all of that was like very important. So I actually do remember Gorillas like being quite
Nice.
phenomenon. But yeah, it's quite hard to just like, and I guess in London, maybe we were talking about it before,
Yeah.
and maybe I can play
Yes.
a record. Like Dizzy Rascal was like a big deal. It was like many years after it come out. Well, not many, but like a few. But I guess it's been a big deal, and it's like so. It still is. It's like one of the best albums ever.
Yeah.
I think.
I
When
was
the Call-
very surprised to see that album
Yeah.
in the backstage. So
Yeah.
I would be very happy to listen to
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Thank you for this amazing track. It's been ages I haven't listened to it. It's killer.
Sounds good on this.
Yeah, it sounds very good on the speakers. Thanks, Chris, for this amazing setup, full of Klipsch speakers. It's really amazing. How the three of you met? How did this happen?
Me and Sam used to live together. Nina lived in a similar complex close by. A room or a building with similar geometry.
I was upstairs.
And we made music together because there was nothing else to do. Because of lockdown.
So you're a lockdown band.
The best of them all.
Okay. But as I was mentioning earlier, I feel like your energy and dynamic in the London scene is real. Like, you know a lot of bands, you go see a lot of bands, they are your friends, or sometimes you just admire them. Could you tell us a bit about this dynamic, what makes London so special, music-wise?
Well, a lot of our mates started bands kind of recently, or like in the last few years. But I mean, London, that's a big question, like what makes London special, but it's got a crazy musical history. But the bands now, like, I feel like a lot of the bands don't sound that obviously British, the ones in London now. But yeah, I don't know. They're all just really good. It's rare. It's a weird feeling when all your mates make music and you actually like all of it, or most of it, or yeah.
Yeah.
Percentage dwindling.
Yeah, I don't know how to make the link between them and why London is special, but I guess there's just a kind of energy. I mean, I didn't grow up with that many bands playing in when I was younger. There weren't that many bands in London. I don't remember that. I guess there were, but not like definitely not in my social scene. Yeah.
And now you feel that it's different. You have a lot more bands around you.
Yeah,
that makes.
it's going crazy now. There's loads of bands in London now. Yeah.
What are your favorite bands right now, guys? The bands that you love the most in London? Thank you, Nina.
I was going to add something. I
Yeah.
think what makes London really special, but I think it's because I come from Italy where it's very different, is the fact that you can tap into so many different, which actually I'm getting a lot in Paris at the moment. Like Paris is very vibrant, like musically. And you can have like one day where you get into like the band thing, and then another day where you just like end up like James Messiah's night, and then another day where you like I just like the fact that there's like actually equally strong, different kind of scenes, and they're all kind of growing and expanding at the same time. But what you're referring to is like specifically, and what Sam was talking about as well, is like actual bands, like kind of 5 pieces or 3 pieces with like live instrument, like guitars and bass, etc. So in relation to that, I think what's really good right now, the people that we brought to Paris, some of them, like Triage is really good. And I think everything that Orazio does is really good. And Rita P is great. And then everything that like Mal and Hal do is really good. And so there's but this is kind of like the people around
you.
us in a way, And actually, like James put out an EP recently that sounds great, James Messiah. And I love anything that like Lord Tusk does.
Yes.
and yeah, so yeah, I think, and like 5 Gate Temple, like that. That's a very different vibe, for example.
Great area.
Grey Area, oh my God. I only forgot because I've been listening to it so much. Actually, our new record is amazing. Yeah, and like relaxing records.
Yes.
So like New York, the band, and like The Place as well,
Yes.
are great. So yeah, there's loads of... Grey Area is like a really amazing bridging the gap between like bands, and like then obviously like her production is quite electronic, or like, you know, she plays with backing track with like a video playing. Yeah.
Thanks for this. A lot of new band to discover thanks to you, but that's not the records that we're going to listen to, because the band didn't bring these records. They chose other bands to make the forever battle that we know, which is Rolling Stones versus the Beatles. So who wants to start?
Should we start with Beatles?
Yeah.
And you play Rolling Stones stuff.
Okay.
Even though actually a Rolling Stones over Beatles. Right?
Yeah, but the record
you,
you
chose, so
Serious hating.
I've been asked to say something about that song. It is the original fuckboy anthem. This album is the biggest ode to fuckboys ever. I think every single song is about sleeping with someone and leaving. Norwegian Wood speaks for itself. Nowhere Man, guess where? Michelle just speaks French. This song in my life is about all of the people that they have slept with. If I needed someone, the answer is no. Run for your life, guess who's running? Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
thank you so much. Sam, it's your turn now. Thank you, Sam. That was a great one, but you're gonna play another one because you're wearing a beautiful scarf. McQueen scarf, actually. And one of your vinyl, one of your selection is an artist that always wear a scarf.
Oh shit, yeah, Nina said that. But can I say something about that last song first?
Please do.
Because if anyone's watched Slow Horses, that TV show, Mick Jagger sings the soundtrack. I don't know if he made the song for it, but I'm pretty sure he wrote the song. He's still bossing. It sounds so good. Yeah. What is it? It's a strange game. It's so good. Anyway, recommend that. What am I playing?
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's getting a bit old man, but
Nina, you mentioned earlier that you had Italian roots with Italian family, and you told me backstage that you were a bit into Italian music these days, that you were listening to it more and more, and I think you have something for us.
Yeah, I don't listen to it at all, but then I got into listen to a lot of 60s music, and then I got to Mina. Like, I don't know if anyone knows, but like she's got the best voice ever. Unfortunately, I don't have her records, so don't get excited. But then I got into a lot of like soundtrack, kind of like 60s, 70s Italian soundtrack music, because it's always very theatrical and like pompous, but also quite slapstick. And so I've got Ennio Morricone, and I'm just going to play the first track from, I think it's called Autopsy, like the film in English, but it's actually called Macchie Solari in Italian. So I'm just going to play that.
Thank you so much. Jasmine, maybe it's your turn. Another 60s references, I guess?
This is a band called Tindersticks who aren't from the 60s, but they're covering a song by the Four Tops, also for a TV program, like Sam mentioned earlier. Mick Jagger has been involved in.
Thank you, Jasmine. Do you want to say anything about this record? Or not?
Pretty fucking good, isn't it?
Great. Last question, but also last record for us tonight. We're in London, and I wanted to discuss the influence of Mika Levy in the city and the music that they've been providing here. I know, Nina, you have one record that I didn't know, so it's rare. So if you could tell us maybe about Mika and about this record, and that would be the last one.
Well, no one really knows it's Mika's work, so maybe I just out it because it's under a different. I actually can't remember if the name. I think it's Epilepsy, the name, and they only made one record, which is 1995, and came out on World Music, which is the label that put us all out at first, and I mean, Mika is incredible. Everything they do is just so special. This one is like a bit of a, I guess it's like slightly a twist, like not many people know it's Mika. But then if you know them, you kind of, it kind of makes sense, circle backs. But for me, I also brought it because, well, the music is, well, no, I don't want to spoil it actually.
No, you can.
No, it's fine, I'll just play it.
You can try.
Yeah, I'll try it. I think it's this side. Let's try it. Also, this song is called Liberties, which I think is a good title.
Thank you so much to Bar Italia for this intimate moment together and their musical selection. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cyril.
Thank you, Chris, for the wonderful sound system. It's been ages I haven't listened to that much bass. It's crazy. Thank you to the McQueen team, to Sean, to John Filippo. It's an honor and a pleasure to be there. Next one is on Thursday with A.G. Cook and Francesca Gavin. Have a great evening.